Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the Midwest Take. I'm your host, Jacob.
And I'm Josh. Welcome back to episode 4.
Welcome to episode 4 of the Midwest Take. Everyone, how are we doing today? Josh, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Excited to be here, as always.
Yeah. Um, you know, we moved inside. We finally moved inside. We're no longer outside anymore.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Do you miss the fire at all?
I do miss the fire, but it's getting cold as hell.
Yeah, it's getting rather nippy in this late October when we're recording this episode. Um, the seasons are changing, the leaves are falling. Man, I love fall time. Fall time around here is just absolutely beautiful.
I know, it's definitely a nice view outside right now. The leaves are falling. They changed a few weeks ago. It's, beautiful. It's not Vermont, but it's a good second.
Have you ever been to Vermont?
I wish I could. I want to. It's a long drive from here, but I hear Vermont is beautiful this time of year.
To any Vermont listeners, we would love to know how beautiful it is in Vermont.
And
Midwest Take would love to know.
And we want to know if those New Yorkers always visiting Vermont to see the leaves change.
The New Yorkers, yes.
Or is that just a Family Guy thing?
I don't even know. I don't even know. But all I know, it is gosh darn beautiful outside. And one thing that I actually got to do recently is last week, I actually got to go to a pumpkin patch. Got to go to a pumpkin patch last week.
Same.
You went to a pumpkin patch too?
Yeah, I went to Vala's in Omaha. It's like it's like a theme park in there.
Isn't that like a multi $1 million company or something like this?
It's got to be because
those guys are running it like real well. Like it's not what it used to be.
I mean, I will say it's a little not to offend anyone, but it's a little rundown. But they have a lot of attractions.
I used to go there all the time as a kid.
That was my first.
Time.
That was my first time. I thought it was pretty incredible, like how much different stuff there is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just my favorite part was the tilt-a-whirl.
Oh yes. I would always get super nauseous on the tilt-a-whirl.
Oh yeah, baby. I was trying to spin that sucker the whole time.
I wasn't really for the tilt-a-whirl.
You're one of those leisure riders. You're like, let's distribute the weight so it don't spin.
I'm all about thrills. I'm a big thrill seeker. I like doing roller coasters and whatnot. But there comes a time and a place where I'm just like, this is a pumpkin patch. Like I don't want to go to I'm here to get pumpkins. I'm here to just especially getting in my older age now. I'm like I just want to
older age.
Yeah, my older age. Come on, older age.
Old age of 25.
Whoa. Oh, that's old to me. That's like,
dude, I'm almost 29.
That's 1 foot in the grave for me. I you're just like you're living fossil over there, but I'm getting there.
Living fossil. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting old. I'm like a fossil.
Yeah.
29, almost 29.
Yeah, almost 29. How does it feel almost being 29? Do you feel any?
I feel like when I was 28, it was I kind of went through a little midlife crisis because I was like, oh my God, I'm almost 30. What do I do now? Because I still feel like I don't know. I feel like a kid at heart, and I'm getting older.
Do you still feel like a young 22-year-old or something like that?
Yeah, I feel like a young buck.
Yeah, we're still, prime. You're still prime, where I would say like 30s is like a good, age. Like I've been told that like 30s is like an age where it's like, yeah, you might be 30 now, but you're still like, can still do everything that you want to do in life. But I'm curious, in the following years, I want to hear your journeys through being 30.
Well, I'm sure you can still do things in your 30s, but I'm going to enjoy the last year of my 20s.
And how will you do that?
I might go to the bar sometimes.
Yeah, I'll just go to the bar.
Once I hit 30, I might be too old for the bars, I might be a little.
Do you think you'd go on like any trips or anything? Is there like one trip?
Maybe next year I'll finally see Vermont, see the leaves
Ooh,
changing.
beautiful Vermont, leaves
I've
changing.
always wanted to go on a cross-country road trip, like the entire country.
Mm.
That's a lot of driving.
That's a lot of driving, but it's definitely I've not personally been on a cross country road trip yet. Furthest I've ever been is like on a car was probably Colorado, I want to say. Um, I don't get out of the Midwest very much, but I would like to get out of the Midwest a lot more
Me too.
for the next year.
Me too.
There's a lot of tentative plans that I kind of want to do for next year, but hopefully they come to fruition. I'm
I mean,
hoping so.
the Midwest is great, but I think we all want to see other areas than where we live.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would much rather not see cornfields for a good majority of the year. I want to see
God,
something different.
God bless America. We got corn, we got bush lattes, and we got
We
more corn.
we do in fact have all of those wonderful things. Wonderful things. Um, yeah. So yeah, as we said, it's fall time right now. Pumpkin patches are great. And what other fall things do? What other like big thing? I'm big on the ciders. Are you a big cider fan?
If it's hard cider.
Ooh, hard cider. What about like a hot apple cider?
Nah,
Big
not
fan
really
of that?
my thing. I like them cold and fermented.
I'm a huge hot apple cider fan.
Do you
Huge.
like the caramel apples too?
Um, you know, I've had a lot of dental issues in the past,
I can
and
imagine that wouldn't be good.
I've
if
had
you
a lot of
dental
dental issues, and let's just say the dentist does not like when I chew on the caramel apples or
I don't-
or candied apples for that fact.
I don't think my teeth like caramel apples. It's not real good for your teeth.
No, but well, I mean they are pretty damn good. I do gotta say,
I'd rather have like a caramel roll.
a caramel roll.
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
What is a caramel? What is a caramel roll?
It's a cinnamon roll with caramel instead of icing.
Oh, that kind of caramel roll. Okay, I thought this was like a candy or something like that. I thought it was like a fruit roll up or something, like a caramel roll. That kind of sounded like what you were talking about. But yeah, caramel roll. That sounds really good. Like a sticky bun, like a
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm. Well, speaking of
Uh,
candy,
By the way,
yes.
happy Halloween, everyone.
Ooh,
It's
yes.
tomorrow's Halloween.
Yes,
and
tomorrow is in fact Halloween. It's spooky time. Spooky. It's been spooky season all month already. And I think Halloween's like S tier holiday like in my head. It's like one of the best times around, I'd say, other than like Christmas.
I do love watching scary movies, and
Hmm.
I'm hoping some people do the Monster Mash. I
Ooh.
hear it's a real graveyard bash.
That's what they say. That's what they say. But yeah, speaking on candy, going back to candy, I thought it'd be kind of fun for us to do today is to go back into our childhood, reminisce about days of young, because you best know we can't go trick or treating anymore without looking like a bunch of weirdos.
Or can we?
I don't. I would probably strongly advise that unless we had children of our own, which we do not.
But we know people that have kids.
Oh, I see.
Maybe we just pretend to be their older brother.
Oh, maybe just collect a little tax. Collects a little
I
tax. I
mean,
feel like I'm
nobody
gonna
knows what-
be one of those dads that will be like, all right, give me like a few Snickers, give me a few Twix, I'll be good.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right. Keep the rest of your candy. That's all I take.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was in high school, my brother and sister would go trick or treating, and I'd have to go with them.
Mm.
And I would not have a costume on, and I would just bring a bag with me, and I would just collect candy with them.
That's
why not?
Insanity. But you know what?
Why not?
That's a pretty good idea.
If I gotta go with them, I'm getting something out of it.
You're definitely. So I would like to delve deep into our childhood, think long and hard about what the best candies to get during Halloween season. Because you best know, some houses had the goods. Some houses had the real goods, but then other houses just handed out some bad, I don't know what they dug out of their closet, but they were not giving out the sauce, as
Yeah,
they
there
say.
was definitely in my town. There was a house that you knew they were the house that was giving out whole candy bars, and like that was the basically the gold mine. Like you had to go to
Ooh,
that
the
house.
whole candy bars. You know, the houses I always loved going to was the houses that would give out the pop cans. There were some houses that would
Wow.
give out pop cans.
Okay, yeah, I don't think anybody did that in my town.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't very common, but when it happened, I'm like, oh boy, I can't wait to drink a Mountain Dew. Because I'm like, at like 9 years old, I'm like, heck yeah, I got pop. I'm not allowed to drink this, but here we go.
Oh yeah, do the do. I did the do on multiple occasions when I was younger.
Do,
Lots of Mountain Dew.
yes, yes, yes. So I have this tier list, tier list set up right now on a tier list maker, and it has a whole multitude of different kind of candies that we might have received during our childhood.
Okay.
And I think it's only appropriate for us to rate them from D tier all the way to S tier. How do you feel about that today?
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me. All right. All right, let's start off. We have, let's see, we have Warheads. Warheads. How do you feel about Warheads?
They suck. Hate them.
You don't like Warheads?
Fuck no.
Now, I will go to bat for Warheads a little bit.
Excuse my language there.
I would go to bat for Warheads. I would say Warheads were the worst thing ever. They would burn your tongue for like, I don't know, a good solid 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah,
But
they're
then
not
when
good.
you get past that part, I'd say it's one of the better sweet candies that you can have. It just becomes super sweet, super amazing to have. Just you got to get past that initial burst of sour.
Fair enough. I not a big fan, but
Are you a big sour fan?
I do like sour. Like
Like a lemon drop, maybe?
not the lemon drop.
Ooh,
What's
I'm a
the
big lemon drop
oh,
fan.
the Airhead Extremes.
Oh,
I love those
ooh.
Airhead Extremes.
Well, we might get into maybe possibly some of that a little bit later. I see Sour Patch Kids. You like Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah, they're decent.
I like Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah,
Big
those are
fan.
pretty good.
Big fan. All right, so what are you feeling about a rating on good old Warheads from D to S? I'm thinking if we had to put it, since I actually kind of enjoy Warheads, not enough though. I'm willing to put it in like a C tier.
Yeah, I agree.
A C tier?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
because
see.
they're just not what you want to. If you give those out to kids, that's kind of diabolical when you kind of think about it.
That's the
'Cause you're
cheap. That's the cheap candy.
Yeah, you're just asking kids like, but it's funny though.
All right, let's say Warheads, Tootsie Rolls, Smarties. That's the cheap candy. If you're gonna hand out candy, hand out the
But
good candy.
but cheap can be good. There's not.
Well, yeah,
there's
Tootsie
not,
Rolls are
yeah.
good. Smarties are good. I just don't like Warheads.
Okay.
I didn't mean to
Okay.
disrespect the Tootsie Rolls.
Okay. So you're in the firm camp of screw the Warheads, and you know what? Just for that argument, we're gonna put that in D tier, lowest tier.
Lowest tier. Okay.
Lowest tier. All right.
Mhm.
Now we have good old Reese's Pieces. How do you feel about Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces are pretty good. They're pretty good. I prefer the cups, but Reese's Pieces are pretty good.
I quite enjoy the Reese's Pieces. I quite enjoy them. I used to get them at football games all the time.
Okay.
That would be a memory that I would have of Reese's Pieces, and everyone all the way, like all my friends would always say, "Oh, did you get some Reese's Pieces?"
Yeah, I was
I'm
wondering why you said it that way. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
people
drives me
say
crazy.
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, that drives me crazy when people say it that way.
I would say
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces. I would put them in an A tier. Put them in an A tier
Yeah, let's.
because they
I
don't
agree.
quite reach the echelon of a Reese's peanut butter cup.
No, they're not quite as
In
good,
my
but
head,
they're still tasty.
Because I'm a big fan of Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh yeah.
Big
Oh
fan,
yeah.
big fan. All right, so I'm gonna. Are we cool putting them in A?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, A.
A it
Okay.
is.
Next, we actually have Hubba Bubba, but it's the roll of Hubba Bubba. You know, that comes in that little pink hockey puck kind of looking deal.
Ooh, I don't have much of an opinion on
You
that.
don't have an opinion on that?
I didn't really eat much Hubba Bubba Max.
Now,
A new kind of bubble.
Crazy thing about the Hubba Bubba Max is, as a kid, I used to buy these all the time. Actually, I used to go to my local grocery store, used to buy them all the time, and I would take. It comes in like a roll of it looks like a roll of tape, pretty much.
Yeah.
Instead of ripping it off in strips, I would just take the whole thing and shove it in my mouth.
What the heck?
I was a psychopath. I was a psychopath kid.
Yeah, so the advertising works, apparently. You heard that commercial that was like, Hubba Bubba Max, a new kind of bubble.
They did.
And you were
say
the
that.
guy that bought it.
And all right, if I were to ever receive it in my candy basket, I would say it's less
lower tier.
Because I would say on a Halloween's night, when you're trick or treating, you're also probably eating your candy at the same time as when you're trick or treating. That's what I would always do. I know you'd always wait until you get home, but I would always sneak a Snickers out of my bag and then eat it on the way. You know.
I know. I thought I considered it like treasure, so I would collect it all, and then I'd go home and be like, "Oh, what do I got? Check out all me booty."
Were you one of those kids that would have a stash for months after you got it, or would you pretty much eat it in a week?
I had a sweet tooth. Because
I knew kids that would have a stash of candy for months. They were just like, "Hey, dude, I got this excess Halloween candy.
Wow, they had.
I'm the shit, you know."
Wow, they must have ate it real slow.
Well, I think they had siblings.
Well, I had a dad that would also eat some of the candy. He'd be like, "Hey, let me see what's in your candy," and take all the good stuff.
Shouts out. All
Shots fired.
But if I were to rate the Hubba Bubba Max, I would probably put it in a C tier. Because it also had a powdery kind of, it had powdered sugar on it too. It was kind of weird. It had a weird texture to it. Very strange.
Hubba Bubba?
Very strange. I'm putting it in C tier.
Perfect.
Next one is 100 grand.
100 grands are not bad.
Did you like? I always found that as old people candy.
My dad loves 100 grands, and it makes sense.
What's in 100 grand? What is that, like nougat?
I think it's like.
Oh no, I see caramel. Is it
caramel and
caramel,
nougat,
chocolate,
nougat
and
maybe?
Nuts? Maybe. I don't know.
I think it might be like rice, like in a Crunch bar or something in there. It's kind of different.
Yeah.
Our assistant Mantha says yes, it is.
But as a kid, I always saw 100 grand as if I ever got that in my trick or treat basket, I'm like, what is this old people candy? Why'd they give me this? I'm not eating this, even though I have no idea what it is. That's how I always perceived it.
100 grands aren't bad. It's not something I would
But did you ever
buy.
eat it as a kid?
Well, if I got them on Halloween.
Really?
Or if my dad said, "Here, have half of this candy bar," I'm not going to turn down a candy bar. But yeah, not my favorite.
What would
they're
you?
Decent.
What would you put them in?
I'd say they're average, so
B tier.
B tier.
Okay, B tier. Yeah, I have no reference. I don't really. I'd assume if I were to have 100 grand now, I'd probably love it.
They're pretty good.
I'd probably love it, but
pretty
for right
good,
now,
but not one
100
of the
grand.
top
whatever.
candy bars. No.
All right, next one, Bazooka.
Is that another chewing gum?
Yes, that is another classic chewing gum.
See, I wasn't huge into Bazooka and Hubba Bubba and. I would chew the double bubble. Remember the little?
I do. Yeah.
That was another big Halloween thing.
Yeah, that would always be that would be one of the ones I would actually pop when I would be walking during Halloween. I would just see some Hubba Bubba. I think it was a strawberry lemonade one, and I would just pop
that or
it
the
while
double
walking.
bubble.
Oh, probably
the double bubble was the yellow wrapper, I think.
Well, you had that one, and then you had the Hubba Bubba. I think they both had different. They had different packaging on theirs for different flavors. And
it was all cheap, nasty gum. compared to the
something
gum
was
now.
so addicting to it.
I know. Now it's like,
Something was
oh,
so
I'd much
addicting.
rather have like double mint gum or something.
Bazooka, I'm not too like. I
No.
used to eat it.
Low tier.
I used to eat it a lot as a kid. I'm putting it the same as
Low tier.
Hubba Bubba. Yeah. All right, Gobstoppers. How you feeling
Willy
about
Wonka.
Gobstoppers?
Everlasting gobstoppers.
I always found Gobstoppers to be really good for the most part. But then when you kind of got to the end of it, it kind of soured the whole experience. Because then you got like a chalky kind of like center. It was a weird kind of flavorless ball right in the
Serious
center.
question.
Hmm?
Did you give one to Slugworth? You son of a gun. How could you do that to Willy? Why would you give one to Slugworth? There's one rule when you go to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory: you don't give Slugworth a gobstopper.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
No, I never really had like the actual gobstoppers. So my thinking is, if you're gonna make Willy Wonka products, why not make like the Wonka bar? Like I've never seen an actual Wonka bar.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually when I used to go to the Blockbuster.
Oh, the we could have a whole episode about Blockbuster. Maybe we will eventually.
I actually, when I would go with my dad to go rent video games and whatnot, movies.
Wasn't that the days?
It really was. That place was magical. That place was
I know, and you get like the popcorn bucket. Man, we
and
might
I
have
remember
to cover that
right next to it too was a Toys R Us, and I was
my goodness.
heaven. I was in heaven every single time because I'd hit the Blockbuster and then I'd go to Toys R Us, look at all the new things.
And you probably didn't think that later on you would work at that Toys R Us
when
it was a grocery store.
It was kind of a surreal experience. But yeah, they actually sold Wonka bars in there. They actually sold them. Yeah, they were like double fudge or something, and they had like different flavors.
It's coming back to me. Maybe I remember that.
There was something or another.
Dude, we might have to do a Blockbuster episode because
what about the Planet Hollywood? You remember the Planet Hollywood?
Was that another video rental?
Yeah.
I remember Mr. Movies.
He actually is the AutoZone now, if you can believe it, over by that Hy-Vee.
God, we're getting all nostalgic.
Yeah,
here.
I know the nostalgia.
We might have to do a Blockbuster
the
episode.
Nostalgia.
Talk about like movie rental places.
But I'm putting Gobstoppers firmly in the C tier. I'm not a. They'd be okay, and then you get. I feel like the center would kind of ruin it. Sour Patch Kids. How are you feeling about Sour Patch Kids?
Pretty
good.
I like sour? A little sour.
I like me a good sour.
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
Yeah,
right?
I actually think Sour Patch Kids is gonna be one of my first S tier.
Is the Sour Patch Kids, are they the ones that like cut your hair off and then they're like, it's okay?
Sour, sweet, and gone, like all those ads.
They're like, first they're sour and they cut the girl's hair off and then they're like, then they're sweet. And she's like, it's okay.
Those ads are always so creepy.
I know.
The creepiest
you cut
ads.
my hair off, but it's okay.
Yeah, but other than that, the marketing, I don't know how much that worked for them. But I'm saying Sour Patch Kids are phenomenal.
Yes,
so I'm putting them.
Upper tier.
Yeah,
upper echelon.
Firmly, for me, it's an S tier. How you feeling about S tier?
Perfect.
Okay,
You betcha.
Here's the next one that I'm just gonna straight put down to the pits of hell, where they deserve hot tamales. Yeah, cinnamon candy. Cinnamon candy does not deserve to exist in this world.
I know people. I assume the people that liked hot tamales are the ones that are just like guzzling down Fireball.
Yeah, and like Big Red gum.
Big Red gum and Big Red candies.
Yeah. I'm saying hot tamale straight to the devil.
Apparently, my dad likes them. Good for him.
Well,
I'm not into
if you're getting this as a kid, if you like hot tamales as a kid and you're eating them in your trick or treat basket, you got a few screws wrong with you, in my head. That's how I always saw it.
Some people like them, some people don't.
No,
we're not fans.
To the pits, maybe I should make a hot tamale tier because of just how bad they are. Okay, Bomb Pops. Or not Bomb Pops, sorry.
Push Pop?
No, Tootsie Pops. Tootsie Pops.
Pops.
There we go. Not Bomb Pops.
Tootsie Pops are good.
Tootsie Pops.
What was your favorite color? I like blue
Brown.
and red. Oh, you like the chocolate one?
I wasn't a fan of the flavored ones, to be honest, just because I feel like they ruined the. Because if you have the full brown one, then it's fully chocolate, and then when you got to the Tootsie like roll in the center,
Okay.
it all felt uniform together. But if you had like the red cherry one,
I
and
like
then you
the
got,
red and the blue.
but I was okay. Well,
The orange one.
I
The
wasn't
orange one.
I wasn't a fan.
The orange one, no.
Orange was zero.
No, but blue and red, those are my two favorite flavors.
I
When I
don't
was
know.
really young, I liked
I
the
don't
chocolate
know,
one.
man.
Blue and red.
I don't know, man. I would say the brown one was the best one.
Our assistant Mantha says the blue one tastes like cough syrup. I disagree.
Yeah.
Mantha,
You know,
what was your favorite one?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
She says
Our
the red one. I don't.
Yeah, assistant Mantha says red. I like
don't
red.
know.
And blue.
That's why I was a big fan of chocolate
When
just
I-
because it tasted like chocolate.
When I was younger, I liked the chocolate too.
Okay, all right. Let's
Keep
rate them.
going. Let's keep going.
Let's
they're
put.
good.
I'll put
I'd
them.
rate them pretty high.
What would you put them?
Well, not the highest.
'Cause I
but
don't have, like,
middle
the
tier.
huge-
Middle tier.
B tier again? Because I was
Yeah,
thinking
B tier.
beer. I was thinking B. Because they're just not.
They're
I mean,
good,
they're
like-
serviceable.
Like
Yeah.
if someone gave me some free ones,
Okay,
I'd
we
eat
got next sweet tarts. Sweet tarts.
sweet tarts are okay.
You remember sweet tarts?
Yeah,
like sweet
they're
tarts
okay.
aren't very.
They're lower tier.
Yeah,
I
I
would
would say lower tier. Kind of in like the same like realm as like Smarties.
Yeah, I
'Cause
thought
I was
Smarties
never
were
a
better,
big
though.
fan of Smarties because they just taste like chalk.
I thought it was funny because
Like-
I was like when I would eat them, I'd be like because they look like pills. I was like, oh, I'm taking my pills.
Oh yeah, these blue and red and purple pills.
Taking
Yeah.
my pills. Like
Mhm.
they're trying to. I've heard of people snorting Smarties. I don't
Mm.
recommend it. I've heard
Snorting
they
Smarties.
crush them up and snort them.
I always heard of that with pixie sticks.
Weird, I guess.
Pixie
well,
sticks.
yeah.
That's what. People
And you
would
gotta
do.
wonder where those kids are now.
You know.
I assume they're snorting white lines instead of pixie stick lines.
You know, they're definitely in some places. Two places. All right. Sweet tarts. I'm indifferent about them. I'm putting them in C tier.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm putting them in C tier. Well, before we actually move on to more of our Halloween tier list of the candies, I actually have some surprises in my bag of goodies over in my backpack. So let me quickly grab them. So, Josh, I thought, since it is the Halloween season, Halloween is tomorrow, I thought might as well pull out some newer Halloween candies for us to actually try out the new stuff. Because we're just rating the old stuff right now. This is all the
Okay.
old stuff.
Oh boy.
I want to see what kind of new stuff we're working with
Oh boy, what do you
nowadays
got?
to
Let's
see if
what
they
you got.
have the sauce nowadays. So I have this.
Oh boy.
I have 4 different candies in here.
You got them from the Fleet
And-
Farm.
Oh, got 'em. I love the Fleet Farm. Love the Fleet Farm.
Got them from
so
the Fleet Farm.
I'm saying we start out with these first. They are pumpkin pie M&Ms.
Oh boy.
Pumpkin pie M&Ms.
M&Ms. What will they think of next?
So this will be kind of a. I might add these to the little ranking a little bit later, but pumpkin pie M&Ms. I saw them on the shelf, and I'm like, all right, we got to try them.
Oh boy.
We got to try them.
Why couldn't they be apple pie or like caramel apple pie?
Yeah, you know
Pumpkin pie M&Ms.
I don't know. That
Are
doesn't.
they crazy?
Yeah, pumpkin pie M&Ms. What do they smell like? They smell like nothing.
Okay. All right. Let's
All right,
try
put
'em.
out your hand. Put out your hand.
Just a few, please. Okay, that's enough.
Okay. All right, let's. I'll try them too. All right.
Okay, my first thoughts are not a lot of flavor. Tastes like a regular M&M with a hint of pumpkin.
Oh, there's a little bit of There's a little bit of a spice after it. There's like
A little bit of pumpkin spice.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Not really pumpkin pie though, huh?
Yeah, the pumpkin-y
It's like if you're eating like
is a little bit of an afterthought. I wish they were a little bit more forward. A little,
yeah, it was like I don't know if you got like a pumpkin spice shake from like Dairy Queen or Culver's. Maybe just a hint of that with
Yeah.
mostly the M&M taste.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm not a big fan of them.
No,
not a huge fan
I'd
of them.
rather just have regular M&Ms. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, put them in C tier.
Yeah.
Put them in C tier. Yeah, not my. Yeah, it just
Weird aftertaste.
that's not a very good gimmick. It's a very weird. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
I wouldn't.
I gotta
get
get that taste out of my mouth. That's
Yeah.
weird.
No. All right, next one we actually have a sugar covered oranges.
I don't really eat.
Do you know about the
slices.
sugar covered orange slices?
I don't really.
Those things.
My dad eats a lot of orange slices.
Those things are my one candy that I keep going back into as I've gotten older.
Okay, old man.
Because I've seen them as like old people dog water bottom of the barrel candy, but through my years I've tried them more and more, and I actually really mess with them. I'd say they're about an A tier for me, but as a kid, D tier.
Yeah, I'd agree. D tier.
Yep, D tier. Because something about citrusy candy, just did not appeal to me as a kid.
So what's next? Your saltwater toffee you're gonna pull out of your pocket, or
no? Not yet. Not yet. Later.
Oh boy.
Later. All right. So next one we have Fun Dip.
Oh, Fun Dip's pretty good.
Dip.
Fun Dip's pretty good.
Dude,
and
honestly,
it's fun. And it's fun.
Honestly, I would say screw the sugar in that whole entire packet. I would just
the
stick is all that you wanted. The stick was I don't know.
How do you get your sugar high then?
Just down the sugar independently.
Then it's basically just a pixie stick.
Yeah, pretty much. But I would honestly, what I would do is I would just throw away the packet and then just have the stick. The stick was just that good.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know what they would do. I don't know what that stick was made out of, but it tasted like it was made from the gods. I would love to eat just the regular stick all the time.
Probably pure baking soda.
And that's fine because it tasted amazing. As a whole together packet, or like the package, yeah, sugary dippable stick. How do you feel?
B tier.
You like fun? Okay. As same tier as like $100 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
100 grand.
All right, I'm fine with that. 100 grand tier. Jawbreakers. Jawbreakers.
See, I don't mess with Jawbreakers because it's just disappointing. Like you got the Ed and Eddie Jawbreakers, and then you got the real life Jawbreakers, and it's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit of a letdown.
Like I wanted the ones that like made my cheek puff out like 12 inches.
Yeah. It was definitely romanticized growing up for me, and I'm like when I saw the Jawbreakers that they were handing out, I'm like, these
are not real.
But they did taste okay.
They were all right.
You know what? To be honest,
Didn't they
I don't
have
think
a mystery flavor or something.
I don't think I've ever received a Jawbreaker in a Halloween basket before.
I think I did. They were the little tiny.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the little tiny ones. I know you can get bigger ones.
The tiny ones.
But yeah, these were like the size of a penny. Yeah, these were the size of like a penny.
Oh, you know what? I do remember those. They were like clear little packet. They were like one was like a red ball, purple ball, yellow ball. I guess they did have those. I didn't really know what to consider those. I thought they were just hard candy.
Pretty much. And that's why it's so laughable that Ed, and Eddie, the whole like storyline is about getting Jawbreakers because they're like one of the worst candies compared to like other stuff. And not to like.
Yeah.
To me, they were like, I don't know, like you make a show about Jawbreakers, and it was cool in the show, but then real life, it's like Jawbreakers, no.
Yeah. Jawbreaker, we'll put it in the Gobstopper tier, C tier.
Yeah, I would agree.
Whatever.
Yeah. Next.
Andes Mints.
Andes Mints are pretty good.
Andes Mints, honestly, I've grown on the Andes Mints ever since I've started going to the Olive Garden more.
Yeah, those are definitely very similar to Andes Mints.
Yeah, those reminded me so much of Andes Mints. I tried the Andes Mints. I'm like, man, these are similar. I'm like, I kind of mess with the Andes Mints. But as a kid getting mint candy.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't care for mint candy.
I didn't care. That would be throwaway candy. I'm putting that in D tier. D tier.
Yeah, like you had your candy, like your last resort candy. Like you'd eat all your good stuff, and then you would like, oh, all I got's left is Andy's Mints, Hubba Bubba, and not Hubba Bubba, but like the cheaper gum, Double Bubble, and Smarties.
I was always down to, like, I think Jolly Ranchers at the bottom because Jolly Ranchers take a long time to eat.
I like the watermelon one. That's the only one I really mess with.
I would always be for, I would always just go for all the chocolate first, pretty much. I was a chocolate fiend as a kid. I would eat all of that first, go to town on all the chocolate, and then all, like, the hard candies, like the Skittles and everything would be left. But, yeah, Jawbreakers and, like, all that stuff would be, like, at the final.
I know. You'd be like, oh, okay, I guess I'll eat this because that's all I have left.
Exactly. All right, I'll put that.
Yeah, next.
Yeah, next. Lifesavers. How you feeling, Lifesavers?
Nah. They're very low.
I'm not messing with Lifesavers.
Are nasty.
I'll put them in C tier just because there's so many flavors. Ring Pops. What, did you have more Lifesavers? Did you want to put Lifesavers lower?
Put Lifesavers lower.
You want to put D tier?
Yeah.
All right, I'll put them.
Ring Pops? I didn't really mess with Ring Pops.
Ooh, Ring Pops are kind of cool.
I did know someone that was fake proposed by a Ring Pop, and I know she listens to this podcast, so she'll probably laugh at this.
I think I've seen that in many media too. People getting proposed to with Ring Pops.
Yeah, it happened at the old Casey's General Store in our hometown.
Oh, really?
I know she'll get a kick out of this.
Ring Pops. Yeah. They come in plenty of different flavors. I would just find them to be kind of a chore a little bit.
Yeah.
To, like, keep on because of their... What I would do is I would just crunch the base and then just crunch the whole Ring Pop and chew it right off and then just keep it in my mouth the whole time.
Wow, you were definitely one of those people that didn't see how many licks it would take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
No, I had no patience.
You were like 1, 2, 3, crunch.
No patience.
You were like the owl.
No patience. Ring Pops, we'll put them firmly. I like all the flavors. I like their gimmick. I'm putting that C tier. C tier. How do you feel?
Yeah,
C tier. All right, Three Musketeers.
Ew.
Three Musketeers. People might say ew. I actually really like Three Musketeers. Over the years, I've kind of been a little jaded off Three Musketeers just because they're so airy, the nougaty.
Yeah.
It doesn't really, like, the texture-wise, it just does not.
Can I just throw this out here?
Yeah.
Three Musketeers and Milky Ways are like wannabe Snickers.
Ooh, but I like a Milky Way. I like the caramel.
They're just not there without the nuts, though.
Yeah.
Like, they're wannabe Snickers.
You want to have a good crunch in your...
I've always loved Snickers.
Yeah.
And if they don't have the nuts in there, because I love me some nuts.
When I was actually at that pumpkin patch, I actually had a deep-fried Snickers.
Ooh.
At the pumpkin patch. Oh, my God.
Sounds delicious.
If you want an elevated, like, experience when eating Snickers, get it deep fried, your horizons will be expanded.
Sounds like it goes from about 250 calories to about 800 calories.
Oh yeah, it was like a corn dog. It looked like a corn dog.
Oh, they probably breaded it.
Yeah, it was a bread battered Snicker.
That's what I was like wondering. Like, how do they? I was like, how do they like fry all this stuff?
I have no idea.
Like Oreos and.
They had I had Oreos too.
I think they just bread it and then they fry it.
Yeah, I had an Oreo as well, and they also had hot dogs there too. It was really good, really amazing.
All right,
Three Musketeers. I've been jaded over the years.
We'll say middle of the pack.
You're saying B tier.
B tier it is.
B tier. I'm gonna knock that down to C tier just because I'm so jaded. Twizzler.
You're so jaded.
Ooh, are these Twizzler? I think these are just regular Twizzler Twist, like just regular Twizzlers.
Oh, yeah. I like the strawberry Twizzlers. They're pretty good.
I'm not a fan of Twizzlers.
I don't like the cherry. The cherry bites, no.
Oh, those are my favorite because you can just pop them.
See, I like the strawberry, like, long Twizzlers, and I would bite the ends off and use them as a straw.
Yeah, that was honestly next level stuff that you could do with the Twizzlers.
Drinking a pop and you'd be using that as a straw.
Yeah, that was some next level stuff. See, I grew up with red vines, and you couldn't do that with red vines, so I got super mad that you could not.
What the heck is a red vine? Like a generic Twizzler?
Yeah, it's a generic Twizzler, but my mom had me so hooked on them. There was a hole in there, but it was just so thin. It was
Okay.
so thin that you
Okay.
just could not get any suction. And yeah, they were just, but they tasted. I liked them. They were good. I think I was kind of brainwashed into liking them. But Twizzlers, regular Twizzlers, I don't like them. Never did. The cherry
Middle
flavor was
C.
kind of bad.
C.
Yeah, I'll put that. I'll put that C tier. All right, Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, like I said before, I like the watermelon ones.
Yeah, I like Jolly.
That's
I like
about
Jolly
it.
Ranchers. Yeah.
Like the watermelon. Like you just give me watermelon ones.
I like the blueberry. I'm a
I'd say they're probably C though.
blueberry.
They're not really top tier.
I'm gonna bump it up to a B.
Okay, fair
just because it was something to kind of keep me entertained for a while, something for me to suck on for a little while. All right, next we have a Swedish fish.
Nope, I've never tried them, and probably
Never
will.
tried them.
Probably never will.
Love them. Love Swedish
Tell me
fish.
what they taste like.
Well, they're gluten free.
Oh, that's good.
That's good for diabetics. That's not the reason why I eat them, but I got hooked on Swedish fish at a very young age, and they're just something about them. They're just like a jello-y kind of, not jello-y, but like a gummy worm a little bit.
Okay, I like
They're
gummy
very
worms,
hard
but
to describe, but they're softer than a gummy worm. They're softer than a gummy worm. They have like a artificial kind of cherry taste to them.
yeah, I don't know.
Probably wouldn't be something for you, but for me, I think they're pretty high. But I am
Okay,
I would personally put them in A tier. But
yeah, you put them where you want. Let's say B tier.
No, because
let's say B tier.
yeah, okay. So we'll go in like the middle right there, and we'll just
B
put them at
tier,
B
yeah.
tier. Call them good. Tootsie Pops or Tootsie Rolls, I should say.
I do like a good Tootsie Roll.
Straight to hell, I think. You like Tootsie Rolls?
I like Tootsie Rolls.
I think they're a little.
I mean, you eat about 10 of
vital.
them, you get a stomach ache. but
Yeah, they're.
We'll say C. Let's
C-
say middle of the pack.
C tier. Like.
See, I would never. I
we
didn't eat the fruit ones.
We
I
have
only ate the chocolate
sidelines,
ones.
flavored Tootsie Rolls. These are not factored in this equation. These are just regular chocolate Tootsie Rolls that I am just not a fan of.
I think they're decent.
You think they're decent?
So since
I'm
you
saying,
hate them,
I'm
I
saying
like them.
D tier, but what are you saying?
I don't know. I think since I like them, you hate them. Let's go C tier.
Okay, so you are okay. I don't know. That's just one. It's just like
Okay,
I
put it
liked
in D
them.
tier
I
if you
liked
want.
them as a kid, but and this is for us kids.
I still like them. They give
okay.
me a stomach ache.
As a
though.
kid, you would probably go crazy for them, and yeah.
Yeah, like those were like
So,
also the last candies you'd have.
Yeah, so I'd say C tier's fine. Mounds.
Mounds.
They're the coconut almond
no,
kind of
I'm not
deal.
A coconut
Not a big
person.
coconut person.
No.
I like coconut, but not enough to like these.
Low.
I'm putting them in
Very low.
C tier just because
C,
they're covered
okay.
in chocolate. They're something I would kind of rave about. What are these called? They're like a bead necklaces kind of, but they have like candy wrapped around them. I don't really know what they're called.
I think I know what you're talking
They'd
about.
be like
but
they had like a string going right through the middle of them,
Yeah.
and then they'd have but they were candy. Do you remember those?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, just candy jewelry, I guess.
I don't think I ever really ate those.
I
Did you?
mean, they were kind of novel, yet kind of chalky. I could go without them. I could go without it.
let's just go
I'm just
low.
throwing them in D tier.
Yeah, D tier.
What are these? These are Razzlers. Razzlers. I think they're an outdated candy.
I don't know what a
They're like an
is.
early 2000s candy. I think they were more of like a like one of those that would dissolve on your tongue, pretty much. I can't bat
Okay.
for them. I'm putting them.
yeah,
I'm
let's put
putting them in
low.
D tier. Crunch bar.
Crunch bars are good.
I like
know-
a Crunch bar. I like a crunchy bar. I just don't like Hershey's or Nestle. Nestle makes these actually.
Oh
but
yeah, Nestle Crunch.
Nestle.
I
Crunch.
like the Nestle Crunch, and you know why I liked it more? Because of I think it was the third Jurassic Park movie. The kids the kid's trying to survive, and he's eating Crunch bars and beans.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, cool.
We'll
go middle of the pack, I think.
Yeah, I'll put them in B tier. Which brings me to our next candy appearance. We are trying And actually, you know what? Soon enough, we're going to be trying another new candy of the season.
All right, what do you got?
That is Kit Kat
No.
Witch's Brew. Kit
Oh
Kat
no, are
Witch's
those the
Brew.
marshmallow ones?
These are a crisp wafers in marshmallows.
Oh boy.
Flavored cream.
Okay.
Artificially flavored.
All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a test run.
We are getting told by the sidelines that they're not very good, but I'm willing to give everything
We'll
a college try.
For the pod. We're doing it for the pod.
All right. Here's one for you. Here's one for me.
Down the hatch.
Down the hatch. I'm ripping this thing open. I am going to devour this Kit Kat. All right, here, a good crunch.
Jacob is a psycho. He didn't even break them.
I did.
Oh, he did break them. Okay, well, I'll be the psycho then.
Oh. Actually kind of like them.
They're not bad.
No, these aren't terrible. Marshmallow?
Yeah, they're not bad.
No, I actually yeah, I don't mind that. No, it's not bad.
I think I'm trying to think of what the taste is like.
It's like like that very artificial like jet puff kind of, like you taste a little bit of that in there.
I'm trying to think of what it tastes like. There's something marshmallowy that
Witch's
like.
Brew. Yeah, I mean they're not. Which is like counter. I actually did have a Witch's Brew thing from Sonic recently. They had one called a Witch's Brew. It was like a float kinda, and it had like popping boba in there. It was like a sour apple boba and a caramel boba. It was interesting. It was okay. It's all right. I like the caramel boba, but
I'm sorry,
other than that,
but you
it was
will
kind
not
of.
get me to eat those balls in the boba. Boba.
I like boba.
Ew.
Boba's okay.
Ew.
Just depends on what boba you get. All right. Those, they're decent. They're decent.
Yeah,
I'd actually put them middle of the pack too. Yeah, I put them at B tier.
B tier, sure.
All right. Let's get back to it.
Not the worst.
Pocky.
Pockies?
Embrace your inner weeb. How do you put Pocky? What do you put in the? What? Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I misread it. Actually, it's candied cigarettes, not Pocky.
Ew, my dad likes those.
Candied cigarettes. Ew. I had to look a little harder at the photo.
No,
this is an old tier list.
I've never had them.
Made?
I've never had them, but I heard candy cigarettes taste like chalk.
This was made in 2019. So yeah, they are candied cigarettes. Yeah, not. I used to have them as a kid. I get like packs of Spider-Man ones. I thought it was pretty cool for smoking. Don't smoke, kids. But yeah, I put them all the way at.
What do you need candy cigarettes for? All you got to do is get a empty toilet paper roll.
Yeah, you can.
Me and my cousin, we would do that.
So, all right. So
no, we would not do
I put them at D tier. All right. Actually, timely one. Kit Kat. Regular Kit Kat.
Regular Kit Kats are pretty darn good. I would say B tier.
But don't they taste a little stale? Doesn't that wafer taste like the one that we just had? It was covered up by the marshmallow, but it does taste like something's been sitting on a pond for a while.
I used to love Kit Kats.
Yeah.
I don't love them as much as I used to, but when I was a kid, I loved them.
I see. Yeah, I mean, Kit Kats, I think as a kid, I would go absolutely buku bonkers for a Kit Kat.
Yeah, that would be the first
So actually, you know what? I'm putting that in an A tier. As a kid mindset, loving chocolate, I would put it in A tier.
When you ate your Halloween candy, would you like take small nibbles in case there was like blades in there?
Never.
See, I was always like worried that there was going to be something in there, so I would like break them in half, or I would eat small bites.
We kind of got to start speeding through this tier list a little bit. Smarties. Smarties, garbage. New York peppermint patty.
Average.
I would say in the same. We put the Andes mints at that D tier.
Yeah, let's just put them. With
I'll put them with that.
All right.
Dots.
No.
Dots or no? Yeah, I never liked
those
dots.
Like those chewy things.
Yeah.
No.
All right, they have Peeps on here, but that's not
No,
Halloween
that kind of
candy.
sounds like candy cigarettes.
Peeps? Actually,
Yeah.
I like Peeps, but they have become an all year round candy now, which I think is sacrilege because I've only had them on Easter, and now every single month has a different flavor full of
Mm.
Peeps, and I disagree with that.
Low, 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 low.
I'll put them in
All right,
D
what's
tier.
next?
Cookie dough bites. Holy,
Yeah, those are good.
oh my God, I'm putting this in S tier. Cookie dough bites.
Yeah.
I would get these at the movie theater primarily is when I would get them, and
Oh yeah, they're in the boxes.
these are
The box
chocolate
candy.
covered cookie dough bites. Oh my God, I love cookie dough. We're putting that in S tier
Those and like the
because
Butterfinger bites.
yeah, I'm putting that S tier because they're just so delectable.
All right, what's next?
Starburst.
Starbursts are really good. I would
Starburst
say
are pretty
they're at least
solid, but there is some stinkers in there.
You got to get the regular ones.
There-
I don't mess with the like other flavors.
There is some stinkers where you have the orange and yellow ones.
I actually see my dad would eat all the red and the
Yeah.
pink ones, so I would eat the orange and the
So
yellow.
you've been brainwashed into actually
But
liking...
of course I like the red and the pink better.
Right.
I mean, mainly I would just take like all four and throw them all in my mouth at the same time to get like a flavor explosion.
Yeah. Starbursts go pretty...
Probably a B tier.
I'd go pretty high. Yeah, I'd put them probably in the... firmly in the B tier. Next one's going to be a hard hitter. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
A tier.
A tier. A tier. You want to put S?
No, wait, no, yeah, S. Sorry.
S tier. I'd
S.
put S. Above, because we put Reese's Pieces in the A tier, I'd say
S.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups is another S tier. Next one, Gushers. I like Gushers,
Middle
but
of the road.
in my Halloween candy, I
Middle
thought
of the
was
road.
kind of weird.
Middle of the road.
I'd be kind of weird. Like, what did you just...
I ate a lot of Gushers, but like middle of the road for Halloween, I would say.
Yeah. Nah, Gushers.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
Whatever. Lemon Heads.
No.
Lemon Heads as a kid? No. As an adult? Hell yeah.
What else you got in your bag over there?
We will get to that in probably 2 more candies.
Okay.
We'll get that, or maybe 3.
Maybe I'm just getting a little itchy.
Oh,
like
itchy.
chocolate.
That Kit Kat has got you like worked up or something?
Yeah, like I'm trying different things. Maybe I'm just really edgy.
Let's see. All right, we got next Airheads.
Airheads?
Big fan
well,
of the Airheads.
I told you the Airhead Extremes is what ones I like.
Yeah, you
Those
like
very
the
sour ones.
You like the sour.
Do you like the
ones.
white mystery ones?
That was the best one. That was the best one. I personally, Airheads go in a solid A tier for me. I actually really like the Airheads.
Yeah, same.
Big Airheads fan. So I'm putting that in the A tier. The next one is those little Dum Dums. Dum Dum.
No.
Give me gum gum. Dum Dum.
Dum Dums? No, those were
Dum
bad.
Dums.
Those were the cheap candy.
Yeah, they were very cheap. You'd get them at like the counter on like a bank.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was like either
usually.
Oh yeah, those were the suckers.
Yeah, those are the suckers.
Yeah, those were the cheap suckers.
The suckers, but I always loved the cotton candy one.
Okay.
Cotton candy and the blue.
I mean, I think I probably ate a lot of them, but I didn't think they were very good.
I've eaten a lot of them. I put them at C tier.
Yeah.
Honestly,
All right, what's
C
next?
tier. We got Hershey's Kisses.
I like the almond ones a lot, and I also like the hot cocoa ones. You know, like
these are just regular Hershey's Kisses.
Oh, okay.
Regular Hershey's Kisses.
Well, geez, if it gotta be bland, I
We
would say
do.
they're middle of the road.
Because all these fancy flavors did not exist when this tier list came into
Okay,
effect.
then they're middle of the road.
I would say they are American chocolate, and American chocolate's not very good.
I'd say like D.
Yeah, Hershey Kisses. You know, I'm elevated to low C. Sour Patch Kid watermelon.
No.
Low? Not a big fan of the watermelon.
No, I don't know if I ever had the watermelon. but I
Well,
don't
we
think I liked
put we put regular in S tier. Watermelon didn't do it for me, honestly.
it. Nope. D.
I'm doing I'm just gonna elevate to a C tier actually.
Okay,
I feel comfortable with
the
that.
watermelon one.
Snickers.
Snickers is pretty high. I'd say A or S.
ARS. I will definitely elevate a Snickers for the caramel and peanut butter, peanut-y goodness. We will put that in S tier. Twix.
Twix is pretty high too. I would
Oh
say
man,
A.
Twix
S.
is
ASS.
the cookie would taste a little. I would always have a mixed bag about the cookies, but you can't deny.
Well,
Can't
as long
deny.
as it was if it was a stale Twix, then
Yeah.
yuck.
But S tier for that.
Yeah.
All right. These next ones are the nerds.
I like the grape nerds.
I do like the grape nerds. I like the strawberry ones too.
Yeah, I like the purple one. I don't think I like the strawberry.
No, you didn't like strawberry. I
Willy
liked when they had
Wonka's
like the
nerds.
combination. The combinations. We're getting asked about the nerds clusters that did not exist, but if I had to put that now, that'd be a definite S tier.
I got a lot of
love the nerds clusters.
got a lot of the little boxes of nerds on
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah.
I would just take like a grape one, I'd open it up and just dump them all in my mouth at once.
Yep, I would do the exact same. For that reason, we are putting that.
A,
No,
B?
not A. I put them in
B.
B. All right. Well, if you're itching for another round of candy, this one you are probably very familiar with.
I need candy.
We are very familiar with this one, and actually, I would say one of the best Halloween candies, in my personal opinion. It is the Reese's peanut butter, the pumpkins.
Oh yeah, because
the peanut butter cup pumpkins.
The Reese's
yes.
eggs weren't enough, so now you got pumpkins, you got the Reese's trees.
I would say to put it out there, I will say the holiday Reese's are just the better Reese's.
They're very
in general.
rich.
They're just very better. We got asked about the white chocolate ones. I'm a big white chocolate fan. Not as good as the regular ones, I will say.
My mom would always buy the Reese's eggs, and I love the crap.
The eggs are very good.
Why
don't just open that? Yeah,
our assistant
we'll get it. As she opens that up, Josh, Milk Duds.
I do like Milk Duds.
Milk Duds,
a lot.
but they would get stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, but
you'd have a hard time eating them.
My dad would buy them a lot, especially like we watch movies.
They kind of remind me of Dots a little bit. Like I would always receive Dots and Milk Duds together, I would always kind of be offended a little bit.
I would say like Milk Duds are really good, but they're really hard to eat. Like you're kind of afraid you're gonna choke on them.
Yeah. Milk Duds. As a kid, I was not messing with them because I thought they were old people candy, so I didn't really care for them. I firmly want to put them in C tier. Firmly want to put them in C tier.
How dare you?
What?
Saying Milk Duds are old people candy.
They are old people candy. Look at the packaging.
I enjoy them.
But as a kid,
and I would get the little boxes in my Halloween candy, and there was like 3 of them in there, and I thought they were good.
Okay, let me try the Reese's peanut butter pumpkin while I'm at it.
Yep. I still think the Reese's eggs are better.
Oh my goodness, they're just so amazing. So amazing.
I don't know. I think the Reese's eggs are better.
They are. They really are. But I mean, the pumpkins
and the trees.
I'm putting them. I want to put them in C tier. Just because Milk Duds.
Oh, oh yeah, not the.
No, those are S tier all the way.
Yeah. Well, okay, fine. We'll put them in C tier.
What? So what's your arguments for the Milk Duds? You just like how they taste?
I just was raised on Milk Duds. At the dinner table, that's what supper was.
So what would you
ate Milk Duds
what would you
dinner.
comfortably put them in?
Just put them in C.
Put them in C. There's no fighting for it.
Personal preference.
I mean, you can have a personal preference pick.
No, we'll just do C.
Okay. These next ones are they're the Fireball candies. Like they're almost like jawbreakers a little bit. Yeah, to the straight hot tamale tier.
Yeah,
Milky Way. You have said you don't like Milky Way.
No,
right?
I'd put them in the same thing as Three Musketeers. I'm not a fan.
I like Milky Way. I'm gonna elevate that to a B tier. Just because I like Milky Way. I like caramel. Big caramel fan.
Okay.
I think it adds more than a Three Musketeer.
I just think it needs a little more. Well, the Three Musketeer has something else in it too. It has doesn't it have something like white in it?
I think it's just nougat, caramel, and
isn't there like
chocolate.
something white? Oh,
I think it's just nougat. I think it's just nougat. Yeah.
Okay.
Or something. Blow pops. Blow pops.
Blow pops.
Bubble gum in the center.
Oh.
Just a sucker.
Not a fan. I like
not
the Tootsie
not
Pops.
Not a fan either. I was
I like
more
the Tootsie Pops.
I was more a fan of a Tootsie Pop, if anything. Since we're comparing it to Tootsie Pops, we're putting that in D tier because we put them in C tier. Lifesavers. Lifesavers.
Not a big fan.
I like the gummy ones. I like the gummy ones comparably to regular Lifesavers, the gummy ones.
All right, what do you think?
But Lifesavers are kind of Wait. Oh, these are the gummy ones. We put the other ones in D tier, the hard ones.
I was gonna say, yeah, the hard ones are gross.
Yeah, the hard ones are gross.
Like
I'm just putting them in the same tier.
Oh, yeah,
I'm putting them in the same tier.
What's next?
Next is Pez.
Oh, I love Pez.
I like me a good Pez.
The cool Pez dispensers.
But you're not getting a dispenser in your candy basket.
No, you get the little Pez.
You would just get the Pez thing, the cartridges.
Yeah, you get the little.
When you gotta tactically reload your Pez dispenser.
Yeah.
But you know, if I just got a regular Pez thing, I'm like, but where's the dispenser? I would be kind of bummed.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. But what adults handing out Pez? That's some sadistic kind of stuff. Why did you not give the dispenser with it?
You walk around Walmart, you definitely don't see Pez in your regular candy bags.
No, never. That's just enough. I like Pez enough, but I do like them. I'm putting a high C tier.
Okay, that's fine.
Pop Rocks.
Yeah, they were decent.
I've heard Pop Rocks are good with activities. As for candy,
not appropriate.
there is. I've heard they're good when you mix soda with them, and then you have a whole explosion in your mouth.
Yeah, if you want to throw up.
I've seen that plenty of times. But Pop Rocks in general.
I thought it was Mentos and Diet Coke.
Yeah, I mean there's different combinations that they've been experimenting with Pop Rocks nowadays. I personally, I could go without. I feel like they'd hurt your mouth a little bit.
Yeah. Lower.
Yeah, I C tier. What are these candies on a paper? Do you remember the candies that you peel off a paper? They're little I don't remember what they're called. They're on this list. I'm just not even.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna humor them. D tier. Mike and Ike's.
Nope. Not
Mike and Ike's.
No,
I wasn't messing with them.
No,
D tier M&Ms.
What kind of M&Ms?
Just regular M&Ms.
Oh, I'd say B.
Regular M&Ms. Yeah, we'll put that B tier.
All right, what's next?
Next one, Jelly Bellies.
Ew, I wasn't a fan.
Jelly Bellies can be a whole mixed bag of things. Sometimes you got, the worst time you get would be one of those cinnamon ones. Just not if you got cinnamon when you're having a bad time.
I'm not a fan of jelly beans.
But I do like the variety. I like the variety a lot, but
for Birdie Bots,
I'm putting that in a C tier.
Every flavor of beans.
yeah, the Bean Boozled.
Earwax.
You get the Bean Boozled. Next one, Whoppers.
Whoppers were the last thing that you'd have in your Halloween candy. I was like, okay, I guess I'll eat these because they're
Whoppers
the last thing I have.
Yeah, they were just not very. I didn't.
I'm not. Oh man, they were weird.
Didn't
weird
really like them. D tier. The bottles with they're plastic bottles with liquid in them. What are those called again? Wax bottles.
I would not eat those.
I would eat them. I thought the wax was interesting gimmick, but not interesting enough. D tier. Skittles.
Love Skittles.
Love the Skittles. I'm putting them in A tier.
I'm glad they brought lime back, but now I kind of miss green apple. Here I was thinking, let's bring lime back, and now it feels like they're kind of boring.
There's
I wish I had green
empty hole in your Midwestern heart. Heath.
Heath. It's all right.
I like Heath now. As a kid, not really. So I'll put it in C tier just because it has chocolate. I like chocolate. Laffy Taffy.
I think I ate the chocolate Laffy Taffy.
What?
The little mini ones, the little tiny Laffy Taffies. There was a chocolate flavor.
That was not in my spectrum of Laffy Taffy
well, youngin', I'm also a little bit older than you. Okay, there was
chocolate
a chocolate Laffy Taffy. Yes, there was.
That sounds.
There was a chocolate flavored Laffy Taffy, and that was the only one I would eat.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Okay, but Laffy Taffy, you get 2 jokes on there. You can be the funniest person in the whole crowd. I like Laffy Taffy a lot.
I'd say B.
I'm actually putting a B tier. Yeah, I actually enjoy Laffy Taffy.
All right, what's next? We got.
Well, actually, we had for some reason we had 2 Skittles. Oh, okay. So we had the OG Skittles with the lime. Now we have the new Skittles with the green apple.
Okay, they're still good. At
Yeah,
first
so
I was
we
like,
varied them. So just lime, green apple. I would say I like the lime a little bit more than the green apple.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. Although I got used to the green apple, I didn't like him at first.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, now it's weird that we have lime.
I do, or we'll just put them in the same tier just because.
Couldn't figure out why they switched it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not sure who was asking for
gummy bears.
Gummy bears are good.
Gummy
bears, gummy worms.
Yeah.
Decent.
I don't think I'd want them in my Halloween candy. I feel like they took a little too much chewing power to get through a little bit. I don't know. If I got some Haribo gummy bears, I'd be messing with them.
Yeah, you ever heard that Haribo? The Reddit story about the sugar-free one?
Oh, sugar-free.
The big sugar-free gummy.
Yes,
let's not get into that. But next,
yeah,
what's the next one?
Disgusting. Would you want to put those on? C tier? Sure. Baby Ruth.
I love Baby Ruth.
I love me a good Baby Ruth.
I'd say A.
As a child, I was not messing with the Baby Ruth because
Did you see the movie Caddyshack?
Because I thought it was old people candy. At the time, I remember seeing that silly little gopher. I thought he was the cutest thing ever.
You see the Baby Ruth floating in the pool. And
I did not know that was a Baby Ruth. I thought it was a Snickers.
Pretty sure it's a Baby Ruth.
If it was a Baby Ruth, then that's disgusting. So
it's still good.
So C tier. Almond Joy, we already did that. This is like another one. I'm putting D tier, whatever. All right. We got next one, Gumdrops.
No.
Christmas only.
Not my thing.
Yeah, D tier. These are last one. Or 3 more left. We got Pixie Sticks.
Pixie Sticks were good.
I mess with the Pixie Sticks. They were like in the same vein as Fun Dip, so I'm putting them in Fun Dip tier. I'm putting them in B tier.
Perfect.
All right. Probably our 2 most divisive ones here.
Okay.
Do you want option A or do you want option B?
Let's go B.
B first. Okay. Option B is regular Hershey's.
See, I don't mess with regular Hershey's anymore.
Ooh.
I love the almond ones.
I'm not something about Hershey's.
They're boring.
I think as a kid, I loved them. I loved the cookies and cream one.
Oh,
that was one of my favorite. They've changed the cookies and cream recipe. I don't.
My wife used to eat those.
Yeah. Will I turn down a Hershey's? Probably not.
No, I mean
if you gave me a Hershey's, I'd probably eat it.
If I wanted chocolate, I'd eat it, but I prefer the almond.
But yeah, I would much prefer akin to like a Lindor now,
or
a Gradelli, comparably to a Hershey's.
Oh.
So Hershey's is vile, not very good comparably. We are. What do you want to put Hershey's at? What are you comfortable? C tier. Yeah, we'll put it in the Tootsie Roll tier.
All right, dog.
All right, the last one, and actually, that's so fitting that this would be the last one because that is my last goodie I have in this bag over here.
And I think I saw a sneak peek.
I think you know what it is.
There's a giant debate about this candy.
It is the tried and true.
It's a debate.
Corn.
Do you put it in your mouth or do you put it in the garbage?
Candy corn.
The candy corn debate.
That is the final one we have on our list right here. We will save our opinions till after we give the good old Fleet Farm candy corn a try.
I'm not ripping on it. I'll eat candy corn.
Well,
I'm just saying there's a heavy debate about...
Let's get some and we'll decide ourselves.
I think they're pretty good.
All right. I want to see if my opinions change at it at all.
They're not bad.
Okay, immediately, there really was nothing kind of going for them. Texture kind of got a little weird, a little mushy. but then it hits you with like that sweet, sweet aftertone.
I'd say C.
It hits you with the sweet, sweet aftertone. Personally, regular candy corn, I could eat probably regular candy corn all day. I personally prefer the pumpkins. Something
Okay.
about the pumpkins are a little bit different than just regular candy corn, and I think they kind of elevate the candy corn experience.
I would say
I can
C.
see why people don't like candy corn.
Yeah, it's not something you're like, I'm gonna go buy some candy
Yeah,
corn because I just love
I mean,
candy corn.
I'm a weirdo and I would do that. But
I'm gonna tell you why I would eat candy corn
yeah.
because when we go to my grandma's
Mm-hmm.
for Thanksgiving, she would have candy corn in her bowls of candy, and that's about the only time I would
That
eat
makes
candy corn
sense.
because
That makes sense.
I ain't buying candy corn.
Yeah, I do like candy corn. I don't think it's the most vile thing on the planet.
No, it's not like a right in the
I'm
trash kind
yeah,
of candy.
I do in fact I like candy corn. You know, honestly, I think candy corn
I'd say C.
you know what?
Oh, he's gonna go with the B.
You know, I I will put it we'll make a we'll put it high C.
High C.
I'm fine with putting a high C on my personal, like out of everything out of C tier right now that I'm looking. That would probably be a fitting placement for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm almost willing to put it in a B tier, but I just don't think it deserves it.
I don't think so either. I think it's
I don't.
middle of the road.
Yeah, it's very middle of the
It's not
road.
throwing.
Yeah,
Don't throw it right in the
but
garbage.
yeah, it's not garbage.
It's decent,
No,
but it's not like great.
Yeah, I don't see the hate on candy corn, personally. But yeah, so this is our list. This is our list. We would love to hear your guys' different takes on all the candies that we have rated. Tell us how wrong we are. Tell us how right we are. We're probably wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah, we'd love to
But
get some feedback.
I don't know. I feel like our takes are pretty good about
I think we're pretty fair.
the different candies
I'd say we're
of
pretty
our
fair.
childhood. And
Yeah.
so this
Thanks.
has been the
Thanks.
candy tier list episode. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for tuning in for
Yeah.
episode 4, and happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah, make sure you
Watch some
safe travels out there.
Watch some scary movies.
Mhm.
Participate in your local trunk or treat, and
Ooh.
have a good and safe Halloween.
Yeah, to everyone, have a safe Halloween. Tune in next week for the next edition of the Midwest Take. And I am your host, Jacob.
And I'm Josh.
And thank you for listening. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.